Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we are continuing, actually, with this format. I shouldn't say as usual yet. Let's do another week or two before we can say as usual. But we're going to get a rune reading here for you, in with a set of runes, a tarot card for clarification on each set, or on each placement of the rune, and then another rune of clarity from a completely different set, for additional clarity for all 6 spaces here in the rune reading. And at the end, switch it up here this week, we are going to use the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. This is one that I haven't really dived into with too much here in recent memory. So I thought it was a good time for us to, especially with this Neptune and Aries kind of reflection, as we just I don't know what I want to say, transported ourselves into like another dimension, it seems. So tethering or laying grid work, foundational work. Yeah, working on foundational work, like grid work is. I've been having a lot of meditations where grid work has been prominent, so maybe that's why I'm called to do this here for us this week. Okay, Aries, without further ado, Dagaz is the rune for your energetic past. Now, Dagaz in your energetic past, this is an irreversible rune. Dagaz is that rune of clarity. You're either blessed or challenged with that clarity here in your recent past. Please take what resonates for these rune readings. These are not one-to-one. If you'd like a one-to-one, you can message me directly or in the comments below. So Dagaz means day. It's that transmutation from night into day. And I'm not going to get too much into this, but this is like a metamorphosis period. Where you were able to be still with that clarity in the center and balance everything. That or else you were challenged with that here recently. So let's get a rune card of clarity, 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, maybe challenges with that, or maybe we're in that feeling of lack of abundance, that emotional stability, that emotional camaraderie, sort of energy. So, yeah, or could just still be blessed and finding the blessings and that transmuting this emotional, perceived emotional lack, right? 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, into something like you're putting a positive spin on it. But regardless, we're called to not be reactive. When you're feeling that chest tighten and your pulse quickening, and your teeth are probably clenching, that's reactive energy, right? When we're feeling this energy and looking for that clarity, we need to what? Center and ground ourselves, right? Center and ground ourselves for that balance, so we can gain that perspective, that clarity, right? Pertho is your rune of clarity for that energetic past portion of this rune reading, and Pertho is that Gambler's Cup, uncovering mysteries. Yeah, transmutation, and Dagaz and Pertho kind of, I like these energies together. To me, they make sense together. Where this is maybe like an initiation process that you went through, maybe a birth or a pregnancy. Could be like, yeah, this is like pregnancy, a rite of passage, challenges, overcoming that unknown, where you know how it starts, but you're not really quite sure how it'll turn out. Hence, Gambler's Cup. You took an energetic leap, a gamble, in good faith, right? Regardless, with whatever happens at the end of this, you come out with a shifted perspective, and you are looking for that clarity. Yeah. Maybe anticipating it with this emotional kind of flip-flop. I don't really feel this as super negative. It's just like an emotional flip-flop, like something that you thought was like that 10 of Cups turned out not to be. In your energetic now, Aries, is Kenaz. Kenaz is, the torch. It literally means torch. It's the light that illuminates the path for yourself and for others as it's charging ahead. Very easy for us to do with this Neptune and Aries. Let's make sure that it's constructive, that it comes from that grounded place. But with this clarity, with this uncovered mystery, with these lessons learned, right? Make sure this isn't reactive and that you're leading by example as you're trailblazing in the present, right? Make sure you're still being present in the present. This light that shines on your path, others see it too, right? So like it's like when you dispense advice, there's a reason why. That's probably something you need to go within and hear for yourself as well. So just make sure you're taking time out of every day to just do that little mental self check-in. Right? King of Cups reversed for this. So yeah, don't let this be the reason why for a reaction. This is unstable. The King of Cups is emotionally not grounded. I mean, the King of Cups is like probably one of the most grounded in the cups. So with them in reverse here, Aries, this is, well, in the present, this isn't even advice right now. This is kind of explaining the energies of just kind of feeling like emotionally lost. See, this card here has some dolphins in the sky above the King of Cups, and that's also reversed. So maybe just we're still transitioning out of that dreamy, kind of idealistic, Piscean, kind of Neptune and Pisces kind of energy. Pretty soon, Saturn is going to be joining with Neptune in Aries, making a very significant type of an alignment out there. So please do that research. I'll have some more in the description box here below. But yeah, all right, let's get the Rune of Clarity here for the now. Odin's Rune. Okay, Odin's Rune is a blank rune, something that you already know or something that's hidden from you. That's indicative of the patch that covers Odin's Eye. We're going to get a completely different rune set in for a Rune of Clarity at the very end of this rune reading, so stay tuned for that, Aries. Moving along, rune for the energetic near future is Fehu. So it's not all looking like you have some very powerful changes that you're going through. Just making sure we're looking at ourselves in the mirror occasionally, checking in. And moving along, lighting the path for others and ourselves simultaneously. And I see this in your near futures. This is challenged or blessed with aspects of abundance, adapting maybe in a different, more grounded sense of abundance. This calls for your sense of abundance to be grounded, though, in the near future. Regardless, pull down that abundance, right? Don't be going and chasing it and get all distracted off your divinely guided path and invert it. The rune energy kind of flows downward here. So pull down that abundance in a grounded way. And in the meantime, you can still work your way along your divinely guided path, which is beautiful. Ace of Wands reverse. Now is not the time, or that isn't really a good time for action. And oh wait, sorry, not Ace of Wands. I apologize here, Aries. That is the Six of Wands reversed. I just saw the one wand there. Okay. Yeah. Mental slip. All right. So this is feeling like so the Six of Wands to me is that major cooperation energy, like victory, kind of like cooperative, maybe from like a group, like your clan or your family or your organization, whatever that is. So that's reversed here. Not necessarily, I don't see any pentacles in this, so I don't really think this is a financial aspect. I think this is really dealing with healing emotional stuff. But the Six of Wands reverse here is like you're still feeling like there's some work that still needs to be done with the clan sort of energy, but you're still needing to focus on this. On balance of what abundance means to you. Let's get that Rune of Clarity. Yeah, you're divinely guided, you're divinely connected and protected here, regardless. So I see you healing slowly but surely. Augies, be grounded in your faith. Grounded in your faith. Not grounded in your ideals. Not grounded in what you're chasing. right? Grounded in your sovereignty, right? Grounded in your faith, and that's going to help work out a lot of these concepts of abundance and help shift things naturally when we're just knowing that, like the elk here, we're divinely protected no matter what. So whatever we choose to do, yeah, we're going to be okay. But the choice is always up to us. That, you know, are we moving forward in faith, or are we being challenged with it? The elk has those big antlers, right? Built-in divine protection and connection. Like I said, pull down that abundance. Just stay rooted in your sovereignty and your beliefs. Yeah. Like, don't let anybody sway you off your path. Even though you're maybe thinking about maybe changing your mind about something, but when you do, just make sure it's from that grounded place, and it's a responsive note rather than a reactive note. Definitely slow down and make sure that your belly's soft, your chest is not tight when you're breathing, and those are good indicators. Like your fingers aren't really tight or fidgety. Those are nice calm indicators to help, like a physical indicator to help you determine your path, right? If you're a sacral authority or something like that in your human design, I can like flip a coin, yes or no question, and the yes or no part of that doesn't matter so much as how you feel about the answer right away, and you check in with that. And that's a practice of being present. It all comes down to that. So your influence for now, Augies again, divine protection, connection. Yeah, this is, you're moving forward in faith. You're influenced by your faith. You're influenced by maybe being in a defensive posture, or again, this is blessed or challenged with aspects of. So please take what resonates, Aries, and leave what doesn't. This is very much, just more of that Augies, but influenced for it right now. And you still get to carry that with you. So look at that reassurance that you have, right? That, look, it's not like you weren't divinely protected before. You're being reminded that you are in the now. Maybe that's why we have Odin's Rune there. Maybe that's why it was going to be might have been Augies. So this is the Page of Swords for the influence, the card of clarity for Augies here. So yeah, stunted communication, stunted action, hesitant action even, or maybe just misdirection, misguided faith, question mark. Yeah, Aries, let me know in the comments below how this is resonating. That's interesting. Let's get that, divine masculine healing work. Okay, Ingwas. Not really, and I just completed the 3 set reels for this today at the time of this recording here too, Aries. So this is, if you want more details on Ingwas, you can definitely look up those shorts, those reels on the channel. There's the Living Rune series. But Ingwas here, influenced by, why did I say divine masculine healing? This is the successfully planted seed in the fertile soil. This is the rune of fertility, the god Ing's rune. This is knowing, holding the container of like the seed, right? And not really suffocating it, but also just knowing when the time is right to, when the seed opens, to grow those roots, right? So this is more of like a divine timing practice kind of with you, where this is irreversible, right? So this is something where stability is called for, and you are healing your reactions, and you're healing your responses. You're determining more of what that is, knowing without guessing, really having the right time for things to incubate, right, before they can spring into action, right? It looks like on top of the soil, and nothing can be happening for so long when deep down the seed needs to gestate, and then it springs roots, and then those roots grow before anything even pops up in the soil. Okay, that's the influence right now. What's your advice? So clarity of definitions of where you are with where you stand in the world, where you stand in your clan. This is that challenge of clan energy here. This is Manas, the rune of mankind. This is perspectives on attachments to what we think we know versus what is actually like fact, or things that we don't know. Once we go down some rabbit holes, we realize how much we don't know, and that's an interesting perspective here, Aries, because your advice right now is to stay very grounded and gain that clarity of what's this versus that, or attachments to labels, attachments to outcomes, invisible strings attached. Where are you like keeping score of your communications, or how you identify with things? That do you need a certain amount of energy in order to, feel a certain way, or to assume a certain aspect of your own identity, or where you stand, where your security is in the place in the world and in your clan. So yeah, definitely want to go within and get yourself grounded for some nice deep clarity right now, Aries. Yeah, right here we have the Chariot, emphasizing for you to go within. Go within. So, and that even has Kenaz on the Chariot here. That's your rune of the now here as well. It's like practicing what you preach kind of energy. That's kind of an echo of that. That's kind of in the back of your head as you're going into this. That's interesting. The Chariot calls for you to be in the now. It calls you to surrender to divine flow. Honestly, it's the Chariot wants you to move. It wants you to follow divine flow, divine guidance, right? So there you go. Listen to divine. It's always up to us to tune in. Okay, divine's always trying to speak with us. Rune of clarity here for this is know your balance of needs versus constraints, limitations versus fears, actual limitations versus perceived ones. Life happens, things happen where we just have to address things. And is it a want or is it a need? Is it first this has to happen before I can be that kind of energy? Or first this has to happen before this other thing can happen? Try not to be as linear in your thinking, because divine flow calls you to color outside the lines sometimes, Aries. That Chariot's going to take you on a kind of an inner adventure here for your advice for the now. All right, let me know in the comments below how this resonates. Let's get your outcome. I have a feeling it's a good outcome here. Yeah, more health, more momentum. Mouth words. The more momentum and more health that you can get out of this, the better, and everything is more grounded. You're having a sense of these, of healing this, and with Manas here in your advice for the now, because this is a lot more grounding energy where it's gaining momentum and it's getting healthier for you. You feel healthier. You are surrounding yourself with healthier energies, right? Music, inner dialogue, inner thoughts even. Some of us don't have an inner dialogue. Don't get me started on that one. But this is interesting, because this is like more whatever we're doing here with divine flow. It is going to gain that momentum into your reassurance of faith and your healthier, adjusted sense of abundance, where this can possibly be addressed. The Six of Wands reversed, okay, in your future. So, Urus, beautiful, and Seven of Wands reversed for the card of clarity. All right, so yeah, it's not a good, still not going to be an opportune time to be that person standing on the hill, like directing everybody kind of energy, being the boss, being the lead stuff. Momentum starts with the first step. And you can't just go out the gate running even though you want to, especially with all this Neptune Aries energy, revolution kind of energy out there, with the way that the stars are and planets are here. So, you know, Pluto and Aquarius, all of that. So, yeah, baby steps, and it's going to get you momentum. Make sure they're healthy steps, right? Don't bite off more than you can chew right away, Aries. But that's good advice for your future here. So let's, the Rune of Clarity here. Urus again. Yeah. So what you give power to, Aries, is going to have like a double momentum to it. That's why it's so crucial for you to make sure every step you have forward is as grounded and as healthy as can possibly be, because you are healing. You need to be kind with yourself, but it's just, yeah, making sure that things like this divine masculine healing work that you're affected by, uncovering these, you're changing here, right? Leading by example here, right? Can't just go charging out of the gates, Aries. I know you want to, but stay grounded in your faith, and that'll attract that abundance, okay? Urus here, beautiful, beautiful. When you get that twice, then on the last, I don't think I've ever had that happen. Yeah, so Rune of Clarity for this in your now energy, needs, constraints, limitations with all these. Yeah, I'm using the Unikite rune there. Now these with the, yeah, needs, constraints, limitations, having your needs met, meeting your needs, challenging your needs. Things just seem to keep coming up. Always remember that family comes first, and you can't pour from an empty cup either. So yeah, always make sure that you are treading the path and just taking things as they come with that healthy sense of balance of this is a want versus that's a need. That'll help kind of rein in less of the distractions of like abundance with money and things like that. Like you're feeling pretty solid here as far as finances go. This is a lot of inner work that we're talking about here this week, right? And get a lot of healing and like double momentum as you go along. So things are changing still with you, and they're changing fast. Like you went from changing to changing now and then changing again, right? So we all are in a constant state of flux and change, and really just being in divine flow, really calling that discipline in, reflecting on what our practices are, leading by example, definitions of clarity like attachments of healthy labels, all that stuff, right? Okay, I'm going to stop preaching. We're going to get this card of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. So, Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Aries need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Aries need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading. One card, please. One card of clarity. Divine, please show us. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity. Okay, I'm going to take the first. No, we're just going to keep going until we just get one. Divine says, don't cheat. Okay, that one. Okay, thank you. I got called out. All right, the Seeing Eye. This is Septarian. The Seeing Eye. Septarian is the stone. It's a beautiful card. If you want to zoom in on this or take a screenshot and then zoom in on this and kind of keep this image here with you here this week, that would be beautiful. And this can help you carry the energy of this reading and of this card along. The number here is 38. So let's see. That is number 11, right? And then reduced to 2. So that's calling imbalance. Again, more balance and clarity, grounding, right? Balancing your health. This is interesting. Okay, 38. 11, of course, manifestation. Everything's going to take off really quick, whatever you focus on, Aries. All right, this card is Septarian, awakening, grounding, and protection. So the grid is made out of Septarian, black onyx, amethyst, and quartz. Septarian nodules, which are known as dragonstones, are around 50 to 70 million years old. They were formed from seashells and bones and molten sediment from volcanic eruptions. Over time, and as water receded, the nodules cracked, exposing the aragonite, calcite, and limestone crystals that had formed within. What was unseen is now seen. Things that have remained hidden for a long time or were unnoticed are now coming to light. Awareness at a higher level is being shown on a situation that has escaped attention. Septarian is an ancient stone of awakening with the ability to help you to not only ground yourself, but to experience an inner breaking, opening that reveals the beauty of what you have inside. Wow, that drives that whole message home here, Aries. All right, a little bit more on this. It's a time of having your eyes wide open to what is around you, or lifting the veil that had concealed all that was hidden but needed time to form it into what it now is. Perfectly said. Connecting with the stone can bring great change. With great change means new ways of seeing, being, and of letting old behaviors that no longer serve you be replaced by fresh ones that do. This also means that you need to allow yourself to be open to new things. The seeing eye can also represent protection from those who may be directing negative energy towards you, whether on purpose or not. Now, which this can also come in the form of jealousy, anger, or even misunderstandings. With the aid of black onyx, you can reflect that energy back to the person without it affecting you. When you stand in your power and are grounded and centered, this kind of negative energy can't attract itself to you. So raising your vibration to a higher level is key. Namaste, Aries. Have a blessed and abundant week.